The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to the Wyoming Women's Business Center's 2021 webinar series. Today's presentation is Top 10 Instagram Posts. We will be going over 10 different types of content that you can use when planning out your marketing calendar, and we're also introducing a new bite-sized training video. I'm Veronica Donahue from our COVID-19 support program, and I will be your speaker today. Now, before we start, I want to point out the GoToWebinar control panel on the right side of your screen. And I want to call special attention to the questions panel or the chat box. If you have any comments or questions during the webinar today, I'd like you to use those to communicate with us. This webinar is being recorded, and a link to the recording will be sent out to all registrants shortly after the live event today. You can also visit our website at www.wyomingwomen.org and navigate to the Training tab to view all upcoming webinars and past webinar recordings. Now, if you're watching this webinar live, a survey will launch shortly after we close the presentation. Please complete this survey as it provides us and our funding partners with valuable information. And as a reminder, all participants are muted to minimize background noise. So once again, if you have any questions or comments during the presentation, please type them into that questions box or chat panel. Now, before I get started with the presentation, let's go over some quick information about the WWBC in case you're not familiar with us already. The Wyoming Women's Business Center is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to enable and empower Wyoming entrepreneurs with a special emphasis on women who are economically or socially disadvantaged. And we do this through 4 distinct programs. The first is our business counseling and training program, which is always free. The second is our microfinance programs, which offer micro loans and individual development accounts. Third is the Artist Development Center we run in conjunction with our Works of Wyoming gift store in downtown Laramie. And lastly, we launched our COVID-19 support program early last summer. This webinar is brought to you by the COVID-19 support program, and I want to call special attention to our QuickBooks subscriptions project and remind you that all COVID-19 resources will be available until April 30th, including a free 1-year subscription to QuickBooks Online Simple Start. If you want to learn more about our QuickBooks program or the other resources listed on the right, you can go to our website at wyomingwomen.org and navigate to our COVID-19 pages, or you can contact me directly. My email is at the bottom of the screen, and I will show it again closer to the end of the presentation. All right, let's get into the presentation now with our top 10 Instagram posts. If you're familiar with Instagram already, you probably know that it's more of a visual platform and it's more of a discovery platform. So what that means is that it's a great place to reach more people than just your community and your town. And it's also a great place to show off the beautiful pictures and graphics that you can make. So number 10 on my top 10 Instagram posts is to feature your products or services. Now, this is a very obvious and basic way to use Instagram, and I think it's one of the best ways to use Instagram for certain businesses. So I have a couple examples, and I think the best example that I can tell you about would be an artist or a hairstylist would use this featuring content type primarily. So a artist might only have pictures of all their products, and that's okay. You don't have to have a lot of variety, especially if you have a ton of great pictures and a ton of great products. Number 9 is holiday themed content. Now, I talked about this in my Facebook top 10 posts webinar, but I think it's equally as great on Instagram because everyone likes a good holiday. And in this example here, you can see that they brought in a little bit about their mission or maybe an interesting fact about their business. So this was an International Women's Day post, and they talked about how traditionally coffee roasting is a male-dominated industry, but they actually have a lot of female workers on their roasting team. So it's an interesting fact. It's just a great content filler to add these holiday-themed posts. Here's another example, World Bartender Day. I think there are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of holidays that you can pull and fill in your calendar. So I definitely recommend going online and searching some applicable holidays that you can just repeat every single year for your yearly marketing calendar. In this last example I have, it is a Veterans Day post, and they actually decided to tag their employee in this post, which I think is a great way to bring some more of your behind the scenes content into a holiday theme and also talk about your employees. So I think that this is another idea that isn't part of my top 10, would just be to feature your employees on your Instagram page and tag them. That's a great way to reach a couple more people. Number 8 is testimonials and quotes. This is one of the top 10 posts for all 3 of these top 10 post webinars, and that's because they really are just a great way to show that social proof about your business. How did you help someone? How did they feel? What does it feel like to walk into the store? So in this post, you can see that they probably just got a nice picture of paintbrushes and put a quote over it. So if you don't have very many great photos, you can always add some of these text-centered posts into your Instagram page. Here's another example, and this is actually more closely related to the customer-created content. So they actually asked this customer to send a picture, and they added a quote on top of it. In this last example I have, this is the Coal Creek Coffee Roasters. They had 3 different quotes that they put on one image, and this is something that you can do on Canva, and it probably only takes 5 or 10 minutes to add the text and some graphics. Number 7, I have event announcements. So this is something every social media network, you can add a post about every event you have. And what I would recommend is actually to have a different event posting on each social media platform that you post on. So for this example, this is their launch party. They have a nice picture. Of course, with Instagram, you want to make sure you have some visually appealing picture to it. And they posted this same announcement on all of their social media posts. As you can see, this one is a virtual event. And I want to point out at the bottom of their text right here, they have some hashtags. Now, hashtags are a big thing on Instagram, and I think they're especially great for any virtual event or an e-commerce store. A hashtag is a word or phrase that's preceded by that hash sign, which is also called the number sign. And this is part of that discovery element of Instagram. So I would recommend that you learn how to use hashtags. And some of my best advice for this would actually be to go follow other people in your industry or similar businesses that sell similar things to you and see what kind of hashtags they're using. And then one step further would be to click on that hashtag and follow it. So this is something a lot of people do. If you're searching on Instagram for something, maybe you want to search for a winter song and you search hashtag winter song, this post will actually come up in that discovery feed. So I always think if you're trying to reach people all around the world, use hashtags. Okay, number 6 on my top Instagram posts is behind the scenes content. This was also part of the Facebook top 10 posts. But Instagram, of course, it's a great place to put a video, just like this example, a video of a behind the scenes post. And as you can see, they actually tagged the videographer in this post. So if someone searches the videographer, they might actually see this post in their tagged posts section. So I always think this is a great idea to really bring people more into understanding that you made these products and you know how it works and you have some great imagery to go with it. Here's another example, and this this roasting company actually has behind the scenes posts all the time, and they say behind the scenes right at the top so you know what the post is about. And this is another example of featuring one of your employees. So this is featuring Ruth Ann, who is the leader of this roasting company. And it has some great information in the text area to talk about what goes on behind the scenes. Here's another example. This is actually really interesting. It's a 4-picture series, so it isn't a video, and it's kind of bringing people behind the scenes because they have all of these great pictures on their Instagram, but you don't realize exactly how much time and effort goes into it. So they really put a great behind the scenes post together talking about their staff, how they create these posts, how they create this awesome marketing material. Okay, number 5 on my list is storytelling content. If you've seen any of our marketing webinars before, we always talk about storytelling because it elicits emotion and it makes people more connected with you. So in this example, this is a apparel company, and it's run by a woman, and she talks about her journey to starting this business and her journey to I'm losing my words here. Um, journey to, I think, her activism. So this company obviously has a mission that is more eco-friendly, and this storytelling post really goes into how that business was developed. Here's another example of a storytelling post. This is a fun, easy to do way. Obviously, this taco truck took this picture, and then they said, what should I do with this picture on Instagram? I'm always posting the same type of pictures of our food. And they elevated this by creating a story that kind of gets you wrapped up and reminds you about the experience of buying tacos at this taco truck. This last storytelling post is kind of a behind the scenes post as well. So it's talking about their launch and how they were trying to create these colors for their new pants. And they also asked for help from a different business, and they tagged them in it. So I think this is a great example of co-marketing by tagging someone that you're working with and also telling a story. So I think this is a great I think storytelling content in general is a great way to show how you do things and what you care about. Okay, number 4 is informational content. This is a big genre of content that you can do on any social media site. So I thought I'd give you a couple great examples. So this is a realtor, and she created some copy for her picture. And I know when you look at the picture, you're thinking, well, that could just be a regular post where you say, I have some availability if you want to come look at my houses. But she actually took it up a step and showed her expertise with some information that her customers and clients would find valuable. So she talks about staging a home, how hard it can be, and gives some good tips. So I think this is a great way to show your expertise and show people why they need to hire you because maybe they're not that great at staging their own home. Here's another example of informational content, and this is just a did you know post. I know we do this on our Women's Business Center Instagram account, but a did you know post is a great just fact post. And it's a great way, like the last post, to show your expertise and to show what you can help people with. So in this example, they're kind of talking about a problem. No one wants melanoma. So they talk about a problem, and then they say skincare and sunscreen are important, and maybe you feel a little bit more trustful of this salon med spa because they shared some facts with you. Another example of informational content would just be a recipe or a how-to post. I think this is a great idea for anyone who creates food products to just do recipes because people love it. And that's actually that kind of content that makes following your Instagram account valuable because you aren't just getting pictures of your products all the time saying, buy this, buy that. You're actually learning something. Okay, and this last informational content post I have is a did you know post as well. So it says, did you know that the Meads Cattle Ranch brand is featured on the bottom of our bottle? So this is kind of like a fun fact about your business, and it can be really fast. So I always recommend that you go through and create some of these topics. So here's a quick fact about our business, and create a couple, and you can actually reuse that text over and over again with different pictures. And you can always add those same tags to all of your posts. And of course, you can tag the photographer in it as well. So I think this is just a great way to fill up that calendar. Number 3, I have interactive content. So this can be as simple as asking a question. How did you first hear about us? And this is a great way to get some insight into your audience. Of course, this is a very simple post, so I thought I'd give you some more examples. This post, it says, love to see how you guys wear our leather goods. Give us a tag at Range Leather and we'll repost. So this is a great way to invite your customers to be part of your marketing campaign. And of course, Instagram is a great place to do that because there is a lot of tagging, especially with the outfit of the day posts that are really popular with personal Instagram accounts. So a lot of people do an outfit of the day where they tag every single business or company that they got those apparel items from. So you can just remind people that you'd love them to tag you in their posts. Another step up from that would actually be to do a giveaway. So this last interactive content example I have is from downtown Laramie, and it's basically just asking the audience a question again. So it says, show your favorite downtown businesses some love. What are you looking forward to most when businesses are back open? And they actually got a lot of responses on this post in Instagram. So I think this is a great idea to try and create some more engagement on your posts. And people love to be asked questions, especially opinion questions, or what is your favorite product? People love to interact with businesses like that. Okay, and of course, the most interactive type of post would actually be a giveaway because you're incentivizing someone to share or tag or comment on your posts. So I have a couple examples of giveaways, and I just want to say giveaways are a huge thing on Instagram. It seems like every single business that sells like e-commerce products or even has gift cards, usually they do at least one giveaway. And I think this is a great way to reach more people because you're incentivizing others to tag you or incentivizing others to be more engaging on your posts. So these are very basic. So this one says comment 2 people, each comment is an entry. I think that's very basic. And one thing you can do to follow up on a giveaway would be to ask the person who wins the gift basket or product to actually send you a picture so that you can post that, they got their giveaway prize. I think that's a great idea for any giveaway. So in this example, this is actually a launch of a product and they did a giveaway for it. So to enter, they had to like the post, follow Range Leather, and tag someone in the comments or in a story post. So I think this is a great way to announce a new product, especially if it's something fun that people like to post. Like people love to post their dogs or they love to post their kids. So if you can kind of incorporate something fun that's, an Instagram topic like dogs, I think that's a great idea for any giveaway. In this last example, this is actually a giveaway that they do every single week. So this is something where they want continuous engagement and they want their biggest fans to get the most prizes or gifts. So they do a $25 gift card every week, and all they have to do is tag Fire Rock on Instagram and Facebook. So I think this is a great way to do a continuous giveaway, especially if you post about it all the time. If you post every week, hey, this person won, you can also win one by tagging a friend or commenting or tagging us on Facebook and Instagram. So this is a great way to try and build up more momentum and not just have a one deal and done giveaway post. Okay, the number one on my list of top 10 Instagram posts is Q&A informational content. So this is a little bit different than those did you know posts or just the fun fact posts because you're providing a question and an answer. So you're giving someone an idea of, hey, this is a question you might be asking, or maybe you don't know anything about us. This question and this answer might give you a little bit more insight. So we do this on our Instagram page quite a bit. It's one of our big content types. And we just want to show people how our business counselors can help them and what kind of expertise they have. And it's kind of like giving away a little bit of value every time just to show that, we aren't stingy. We aren't trying to hide information from people. We really want everyone to know about this information. Here's another example, which I think is really like a blow away post because it has so much information. It is one of these slideshow posts. And as you can see, there's a Q&A on every single question. So a lot of times people have these questions and then there's another question after. So if you did a slideshow post like this with your Q&As, I think this would be a super great way to show what you're an expert at. And of course, I do have one more example of a Q&A post, and this is super relevant. So many people have this question, and this organization can help answer that question and to help specifically artists with these issues. So I think this is a great example, and of course, it is very graphically pleasing and eye-catching. So I want to turn this over to Rebecca Austin, who is our marketing coordinator, and she's going to talk to you about our new bite-sized training video. Let's see if Rebecca can get on.
Hi, thanks, Veronica. I'm just going to talk to you guys about a great way to connect with your customers online through social media through the use of graphics. And as Veronica said, one of the graphic that's great for explaining in a visual way, as well as connecting with your customers online, is a question and answer graphic. Now, based on all the examples that you guys have seen, some of you are thinking that you have absolutely no idea how to make your own graphic, and you don't want to pay someone else to make them for you. And that's where we come in. I want to introduce you to Canva.com. That's Canva.com. It's a free online graphic design resource that's perfect for small businesses. You can use already made templates to create your own content for social media using their drag and drop interface. And the best part, we've already made several bite-sized training videos to teach you how to use this free platform. On your GoToWebinar panel toward the bottom, you'll notice a tab that says Handouts. And there you'll find a free downloadable PDF that links to our 4-part Canva Crash Course series that teaches you the basics of Canva and even walks you through how to make a logo, and our Advanced Canva series where we go more in depth with the online platform to teach you how to make specific designs like newsletters, or in today's case, Q&A posts. You can download that now and start watching whenever you have time. We understand busy schedules, and we designed our training to be shorter and simpler. In fact, you can watch our entire 4-part series and our 4 advanced Canva videos in a little over an hour. And with that said, I'll turn it back to Veronica to wrap this up. Happy designing, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. I think Canva is a great tool, especially for those businesses that use Instagram the most. Instagram is just so visual. If you want to step up those pictures into maybe a more graphically pleasing post, Canva is definitely the best way to do that for free. So I do want to turn this over to questions. So if you have any questions, be sure to type them into that chat box or questions panel and I'll get to them. But in the meantime, let's just go over our summary of our top 10 Instagram posts. All right, number 1, of course, was the Q&A post. We just talked about that quite a bit, so I'm not going to cover this in the summary. Number 2 is giveaways. So this is a way to incentivize your audience to engage with your brand or to share a post and maybe reach more people. Giveaways are awesome, and I definitely think that they are something Instagram businesses do a lot. So if you're interested in giveaways, I definitely think this would be a great way to reach a couple more people. Number 3, interactive content. So this is something where maybe you create a hashtag and you ask people to use the hashtag, or you ask people to tag you in a post and say, we love to share our customers' stories. Number 4 is informational content. So this can be anything from a fast fact or a did you know post, even to a recipe or a how-to post. So an informational post can mean a lot of different things, but it's definitely something people like to see on Instagram. Number 5, storytelling content. So this is where you tell a story that elicits emotion or shows people maybe something that they wouldn't know about you or your business, or explains how you got to where you are. How did you open the business? Why did you open the business? Why did you decide to move to Wyoming? Great way to share a story and to connect with that audience. Number 6, behind the scenes content. This is a great idea for anyone who maybe has a lot going on behind the scenes and you don't normally post that on Instagram. So maybe you always post your products and your services and you just post pictures of, the t-shirts that you're selling, but a lot of people like to know that these are handmade products, or this is a local team of people that are cleaning your house. So behind the scenes content can be employee features, it can be a how we create our products, it could be a, you might not know this, but we buy all of our wood for our barrels at a certain place. So it's just a great way to bring a little more of your personal or personality and maybe the less public parts of your business out in the open, just so people can connect with you a little bit more. Number 7 is event announcements. And like I said during these slides, I always recommend that you post about your events on every single social media that you post on. And event announcements are a great way to remind people that maybe don't follow you on Facebook or maybe don't come into your store very often that you do events all the time. And it's also a great co-marketing opportunity. So you can tag your caterers in it, or you could tag, the artist who's showing at your gallery in it. So events are obviously something that you want to get the word out. So Instagram is a great place to do that. Number 8 is testimonials and quotes. We always talk about testimonials and quotes because it is a great way for you to ask your customers how they're feeling, how the product was, how the experience was, but then to actually post about it is providing that social proof to your audience that, X person and Y person both really loved buying this product, so maybe you should try it too. It brings it into that customer's perspective. Number 9 is holiday themed content. This is a great calendar filler. I, I think you should go online and Google some good topics related to your business and find out some holidays. Maybe there's 3 or 4 that you can add every year and repeat over and over again because it's just a great example for a post. Number 10, I have feature your products and services. Of course, this is the most basic type. And this is the type that you see a lot with hairstylists, tattoo artists, artists in general, or any business, maybe like an e-commerce business that has mainly products. You're going to see all their products on their Instagram page, and this is just an easy everyday post. All right, I'm going to go back to the question slide. And I don't see any questions right now. So I think, this wasn't a very question inducing webinar. So I think we're all good. And I'll go through our ending slides. The Wyoming Women's Business Center is made possible through several partnership agencies, and our primary funding comes from the U.S. Small Business Administration and the Wyoming Business Council. We are so thankful for their support and guidance, and we really look forward to the work ahead. If you are interested in free one-on-one business counseling to go deep into your business issues or think about business development planning, you can, of course, reach out to Jonathan Howdyshell. His phone and contact information are on the left. And if you're interested in QuickBooks or social media counseling or any other COVID-19 resources, you can contact me directly. My email and phone number are on the right. And of course, if you're interested in reading about any of our services or resources, you can go to wyomingwomen.org and peruse around and see what other events are coming up. Of course, if you like this webinar, you can go and check out our upcoming webinars and past webinar recordings by going to our website and clicking on that training tab all the way to the right. There you can see our upcoming webinars and our past webinar recordings. And I just want to remind you, when we close this webinar, a survey will pop up on your screen. It's a quick 5-question survey, and I just ask that you stay online a couple extra minutes to complete it for us. Thank you so much for attending today, and I hope I see all of you again soon. All right, bye.